गणतन्त्र नेपालका सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति नन्दबहादुर पुन ज्यूको आगमन भइसकेको छ अनि उहाँको स्वागत गर्नु हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्छु। नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजले आयोजना गरेको 9 नेपाल जियोलोजिकल कङ्ग्रेसको समुद्घाटन समारोह सुरु गर्ने अनुमति चाहन्छु। स्वागत मन्तव्य व्यक्त गरिदिनु हुन म नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजका अध्यक्ष एवं 9 नेपाल जियोलोजिकल कङ्ग्रेसका चेयर डाक्टर कविराज पौडेलज्यूलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु।
गणतन्त्र नेपालका सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति श्री नन्दबहादुर पुनज्यू प्रति आभार व्यक्त गर्दछु। द राइट अनरेबल भाइस प्रेसिडेन्ट अफ नेपाल नन्दबहादुर पुन पासाङ, अनरेबल मेम्बर अफ नेशनल प्लानिङ कमिसन डाक्टर कृष्ण प्रसाद ओली, अनरेबल चीफ एक्जिक्युटिभ अफिसर अफ द नेशनल रिकन्स्ट्रक्सन अथोरिटी Mr. Sushil Gyawali, Honorable Chairman of President Chure Tarai Madhesh Conservation Development Board, Mr. Virendra Yadav, Convener of the Congress, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Khanal, Co-Conveners of the Congress, Engineer Ram Prasad Ghimire and Dr. Subodh Dhakal, Executive Director of YANSET and the team of the YANSET, distinguished researchers and scientists from national and international forum, representatives from partner organizations, honorary members and former presidents of Nepal Geological Society, university executives, professors from different universities and departments, secretaries and dignitaries of the government of Nepal, distinguished presenters, conference organizing and advisory committee members, distinguished members of Nepal Geological Society, fellow members of Nepal Geological Society, research students from different universities and departments, respected media persons, all the participants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and warm welcome all of you. It gives me great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome on behalf of the organizing committee, all the members of the Nepal Geological Society, collaborating partner organizations, and on my own, and say how grateful we are towards Honorable Vice President Nandbahadur Pun Pasang for your kind and gracious presence to inaugurate this 9th Nepal Geological Congress. Your gracious presence has made all the members of Nepal Geological Society very proud and has inspired us to work in the field of geology and related disciplines for the development of the nation through the processes of sustainable development and for the advancement of science, technology and engineering. I would like to present my compliments to all the academicians, professionals and administrative authorities participating in this opening ceremony and express my deep satisfaction for sharing this important moment for the development of geoscience in Nepal and all over the world. To all participants who have come from different countries and different organizations, I am greatly honored and pleased to welcome you in Kathmandu. We are indeed honored to have you here with us. It is indeed a wonderful opportunity to renew contacts and discuss problems of mutual interest among delegates and experts from different countries, organizations, and institutions. This event is the culmination of an enormous collective effort of the advisory committee, organizing committee, and management committee formed under 9th Nepal Geological Congress. The 9th Nepal Geological Congress is organized by the Nepal Geological Society in collaboration with National Planning Commission, Government of Nepal, President Chure Tarai Madesh Conservation Development Board, National Reconstruction Authority, Kathmandu Metropolitan City, Tribhuvan University, Department of Water Resources and Irrigation, Department of Mines and Geology, and National Society for Earthquake Technology, Nepal, YANSET. There is a great moral support from Nepal Electricity Authority, Department of Electricity Development Board, and a number of mineral-based industries, especially cement industries. The Himalaya, seemingly silent but is truly dynamic in nature. It is the most active and fragile mountain range in the world. It is a live mountain with active tectonics. Nepal has been regularly witnessing the loss of life and property due to natural disasters, earthquake, floods, landslides, soil erosion, and subsidence, and glacier lake outburst floods. Still, we are suffering from the consequences resulted from the Gorkha earthquake 2015, and reconstruction process is undergoing. A better understanding of the geological, engineering geological, geotechnical, and hydrogeological influence on the nature of the terrain and the interplay of various triggering factors will greatly help in the development of sustainable infrastructures, mitigation of natural disasters, and control of environmental degradation of the Himalaya. In this context, proper understanding and knowledge of geology is very crucial in the sustainable development of the country. At the outset of the aftermath of 2015 Gorkha earthquake, the importance of geological studies and investigation has become even more relevant for the reconstruction work in Nepal. Throughout this Congress, I humbly request you to keep yourself fully engaged, keep us proactive, and help us shape the future of geological research for the development of the country by means of finding the new mineral resources and with proper mitigation and management of geodisaster in the region. I am aware that there may have some shortcomings in the organization of this Congress and may have caused inconvenience to many participants. As a conference chair of the Congress, I take the full responsibility of all these shortcomings and I sincerely beg for your forgiveness. On the occasion, once again, I welcome all eminent national and international participants and distinguished guests to the historical city of Kathmandu. I wish you a very fruitful deliberation in the conference and a pleasant and memorable stay in Nepal. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Vice President, distinguished guests, associated national and international partners and participants. We look forward to your support to make this Congress a success. सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपतिज्यूको गरिमामय उपस्थितिका लागि हार्दिक आभार प्रकट गर्दै पुनः स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद। Thank you.
Give a big round of applause for our chief guest, Right Honorable Vice President of Nepal, Nand Bahadur. Mr. Rajendra Khanal, convener of the 9th Nepal Geological Congress, to highlight the program.
We are highly grateful to Right Honorable Vice President Nepal for gracefully inaugurating the 9th Nepal Geological Congress on geoscience for economic prosperity and sustainable development organized by Nepal Geological Society in collaboration with government, international, regional as well as various research organizations. We are very pleased by the presence of Right Honorable Vice President in the auspicious ceremony. Let me take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to our all honorable special guests for their gracious presence and accepting our invitation, as well as taking great interest to spend their time with us in the inaugural session of the Congress. We are greatly honored by your presence here in the seminar of the Congress. Right Honorable Vice President and distinguished guests, our Himalayan region is composed of young and fragile geological structures due to complex geological setting, tectonic activities, and environmental degradation, the Himalaya region is prime to various kinds of natural hazards, mainly earthquake, landslide, erosion, avalanche, glacial lake outburst, flood, and flash floods are very common hazards in our region. Many people, properties, and infrastructure of our region are continually at risk from such hazards. Natural processes do not recognize any political boundaries. Every disaster of any part of the globe have left many lessons to be learned in putting forward countermeasures to mitigate similar calamities in future. It is therefore that we need to be aware of importance of scientific research findings out only confined within own premise, but also expand globally. Conference of such kind will help in wider exchange of information and knowledge among scientists, engineers, and policymakers in various sectors of the geoscience for sustainable use of natural resources, as well as to mitigate the risks from hazards and make our infrastructure more sustainable in the future. Right Honorable Vice President, complete understanding of the geological, geotechnical, environmental condition of the project sites based on the various research and investigation enables engineers to design safe and stable infrastructure development and also able to immediate project and financial risks, minimize project and financial risks. Geoscientists are actively engaged in every project of infrastructure from the beginning, especially development of hydropower, road, irrigation, and urban planning. They are also actively involved in mineral exploration for development, geoscientific research, natural hazards mitigation, and risk assessment. Based on the various research carried out so far from national and international scientists, hydropower plays a particularly important role in our economy due to its resource potentiality. Irrigation can sustain country's economy, and mineral resources can support industrialization and economic growth of the country. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to acknowledge and appreciate all the researchers and authors who submitted their abstract of the research in time. I am sure that the technical session will provide an ample opportunity to the geoscientists, engineers, planners to interact and share their views and experience in the field of different 9 subsectors of the geoscience. I am delighted to know that about 300 geoscientists, engineers, environmental specialists, policymakers, and planners will be participating in the workshop. A total 170 abstract papers were received from 13 countries. Out of that, 196 oral and 56 poster presented are accepted. All technical papers will be presented in 2 parallel sessions in 3 days. There is also one special session for National Reconstruction Authority of Nepal to share its achievement and challenges being faced during the implementation of post-disaster reconstruction activities after 2015 Gorkha earthquake. All sessions are chaired by the renowned scientists and professionals in respective fields of geoscience, engineering, and planning. In this conference, we have participants from 10 different countries that include Bangladesh, Belgium, China, India, Italy, Japan, Nepal, Pakistan, Switzerland, and the United States of America. In fact, this gathering clearly shows that Nepal Geological Society is a part of higher scientific professional community who always provides strong supports and cooperation to our scientific initiatives. I would like to inform you that whole team of the executive committee, organizing committee, and editorial board have worked very hard to make the event as perfect as possible. We offer our sincere apologies and inconvenience that might have arisen during the program. I wish all a fruitful deliberation in the seminar and pleasant and enjoyable stay in the ancient city of Kathmandu. Thank you very much.
As a co-convener, it is our pleasure to find the presence of renowned professional scientists from 8 different countries of America, Europe, and Asia in this Kathmandu conference. Geoscience for economic prosperity and sustainable development is the main theme of the Congress, which tries to explain the importance of geosciences in the sustainable development and prosperity of the country. May I take this opportunity to give some highlights of the scientific papers received in this conference. Scientific papers from 11 different countries were received, but participants from 3 countries could not join physically with us due to some unavoidable circumstances. We received more than 180 research summaries from the 11 different countries. The majority of them belongs to the themes of geohazard characterization and mitigation, infrastructure development, groundwater exploration, mineral exploration, construction material exploration, and geological mapping. All these are related to economic prosperity of the country. Out of these, 107 papers were selected for oral presentation and 68 are for the poster presentation. These papers will be presented during 3 days in 3 keynote and invited talk sessions and 14 different technical sessions. 6 papers were withdrawn by the authors. Common gathering of highly experienced and young researchers is the typical feature of this Congress. I believe that scientific research needs motivation and dedication. The research from young researchers is equally important and they should get opportunity to enhance the research capability and confidence. This 9th Nepal Geological Congress will provide this opportunity to our youths, especially from Nepal. The knowledge transfer, technology transfer, and capacity building of the youths for research and application are some of the major objectives of this conference. Geoscience for economic prosperity and sustainable development is the main theme of this Congress, which tries to explain the importance of geosciences to mitigate the geohazards and safety of the people. In addition to the knowledge of sustainable development and property of the country, sustainable development and the application of knowledge in the real field of development is most important factors which is generally lacking in developing countries. We should bridge the gap between the knowings and doings to flourish the overall development and prosperity of the nations. We are hopeful that this conference can explore the ways and support this campaign by the interactions and sharing ideas between the academia, researchers, and government officials. Once again, I heartily welcome you all in this conference and wish you all the present time during the conference and fruitful stay in Kathmandu.
Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity in this very important program, where from the different countries in the world, you have been gathered, and also all the different scientists and the researchers from the geological science, you have been gathered over here and going to have the program to find out the ways and to share the knowledge in the area of the geological science, especially focusing in the context of, I suppose, in Nepal. The National Reconstruction Authority, which is the apex body for coordinating, for leading, and also guiding the post-earthquake reconstruction that is going on in Nepal after the earthquake happened in Gorkha in 2015 April. You all know that the reconstruction is taking its pace, though there are certain level rise and fall in between, but it is in the track. It was designed in the initial phase, and I remember that while designing the policy framework of the reconstruction, you geological scientists and the people were also in the forefront, and we worked together to define the way and the approaches and also the technologies to be adopted for making the resilient society, safe homes, and ultimately the resilient country, the nation. The main principle of the reconstruction is the build back better, that we are not going to make the reconstruction build back as it was before, but we would like to add a certain component which will make this reconstruction as a better. For this, certainly, we all know that almost in the 11 districts and the 11, especially most affected 11 districts, almost 80 to 90% of our private houses were collapsed. That means there is a certain level of the gap in the technology of our construction, in the housing construction. That's why the better component is to have the certain standards and the codes of the practices to be inserted into the construction practice so that the construction will be safe. That's why the approach that we have adopted, that we'll be assisting the people with the financial assistance in the different 3 tranches. The people will be getting the first tranche while during the time of the agreement, and the second tranche after the inspection of the foundation, and the third tranche after the completion of the houses up to the roof pad. That means we would like to ensure that the houses which will be constructed will be safe from the earthquake and also other disaster as well. So our engineers will be checking, inspecting, and also recommending whether the houses are safe or not. So that process has been already started, and we are, I'm glad also to share that almost 80% of the houses to those beneficiaries which have agreed upon have either already completed their houses or under the construction process that is going on. And if you look into the international practices and the experiences, the progress that we have made till now is, I would like to say, that is going to be a certain level of satisfactory level. Though, from the perspective of the people, the victims, I think they would like to have the fast pace of the reconstruction that is needed. We are also very much sincere about that, also sensitive also on that. But the strength that we have, the capacity that we have, that doesn't permit is we would like to go ahead. So that's why our effort that we are making to expedite the reconstruction process as soon as possible, and we are planning to complete almost all of the reconstruction tasks that is allocated to the NRA to be completed within the time frame that has been provided by the Act itself. So we are left around 2 years and 2 months around that will be completing all the reconstruction tasks within the timeline, and we have also prepared that sort of plan in that line. When you talk about this geological research and the scientists there, you will be coming up with certain findings. I just, the co-convener of this conference, he just highlighted that you would like to make the bridging the gap from knowing to the doing. I think that is the most crucial part that we all have to focus. We have the scientists and the researchers, and you geologists, you have come up certain level of the knowledge that we have. You have also come up with certain publications. But the thing is that until and unless those resources and the findings are applied into the practice, I think these all will be within the cupboard of the certain library, but it will not go into the practice. That is very important. I think the convention that will certainly be coming up with certain conclusions, what sort of approach that is to be adopted so that the findings and the resources, whatever we have made, that will be really applied into the practice. In this context, we have already started with the knowledge and the understanding that we have to also update the building code that we have. I think the geologists would have a certain level of the contribution that will be needed. And I think I urge you all that please contribute to this building code, which will be a guiding framework for all the construction of the building construction that will happen in Nepal in the future. So with the knowledge and the experience that we have, I think it will be a high time that we contribute on that. That is one area that I think it is very important that we also have that. Secondly, with the experiences that we have, now we have already initiated, because we are almost going to a certain areas of the reconstruction being completed, but we would like to make it sustain in the future. How it will be made sustainable in the future. For this, we have to work together with the government entities which have been allocated with the tax from the constitutions for the disaster management and these areas of the disaster management, whatever sort of the sectors that you would like to cover on this. On this, if you look into the constitution and laws, that all the 3 levels of the government, federal, provincial, and the local governments, they have been assigned to a certain task related to the disaster management. So that's why we have to work very closely with all the levels of the government, for example, the policy framework maybe for the federal government, to a certain level, the regional sort of the approach, for example, these watershed management or like that, maybe with the provincial government, and especially for the building code implementation and local area planning and the local hazard map, and integrating that into the planning process, I think would be the role for the local governments. I think we have to work very closely with that. And considering on that, NRA has already initiated to work very closely with the local governments, because now we have the locally elected people and we are going to prepare the local level hazard mapping for all the local governments that we are working in the earthquake affected area. So that in the future, they will take this as a basis for preparing their planning bylaws, their plans, and also implementing the building codes as well in the future. So that the expertise and the knowledge that we will be having, that can be inserted into the planning process, into the practice as well. That's why I think that process has already been initiated, and for this we have already initiated to hire the geologist in each and every districts, for the almost in the most affected districts of 14 districts, and there will be a geological team in the national NRA, and they will make the engineers capable enough to prepare the multi-hazard maps in each and every local government level. Because it is very important that the geologists have to work very closely with the engineers, because engineers will be more focused for the implementation, and the geologists will be more providing the knowledge and making the research, and then they have to work very closely so that we can really ensure that the safe construction in the future and the resilience of the planning in the future and the development in the future. And that's why I think we have to also focus on that, and we are already working on that very closely, and then we'll be preparing that, and that will also be integrated in the future. That's why, and we are also thinking, when the NRA will, I think after the 2 years, the NRA will certainly be live, and then we have to have an exit strategy now. So for this, we have already initiated to make the documentations, so that for the institutional memory in the future, we'll be having that documents available, either in the videos or the audios or the different level of the documents, and then that will be available in the future for any research or also for the future generation, so that they will be applying this into the future. If you look in the 1990s earthquake experience of that time, we are only having one book written by Brahmo Sensei. Otherwise, we don't have that level of experiences available. So I think we have to have that, so that the future generation will certainly be learned from the experiences that we'll be having. I think for this, I would really also would like to request to this convention that please come up with those papers and the documents we can also properly made available in the future, that we can work on that, and then will certainly be helpful to you. And lastly, NRA also working together in this convention, and the organizers have come up in the different times to me, and then we are very pleased to be a part of this convention, of this program, and then there is a special session related with the reconstruction, and NRA is also hosting that. I would also like to request you all to participate in that program, and then provide the feedback from your side, so that we will be able to take your expertise and the knowledge and the feedback in the current reconstruction process as well. I would like to request you that especially this convention will be successful for achieving the approach that we have taken, the theme that we have taken, that contribution to the sustainable development and the prosperous, the economic prosperity. For that, I would like to wish that your conventions will be successful, and then I wish every success for the conveners and also to you all. And thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to speak some words in front of you. Thank you very much.
It is a pleasure to have here among the distinguished geologists, gemologists, geologists, hydrologists, and others in this August gathering. I would like to start with the law of thermodynamics. We are the virgin resources, remain potential, tremendous potential of the mineral deposits in the womb of nature here. We have not been able to harness the mineral deposits except sands, gravels, some cement in the recent decades, and clay. Much of the precious stones and minerals are still in the womb of nature. I am really happy to see here that all the scientists working in this field for their life, professors from lead universities from outside Nepal, Europe, North America, they are also here. And we are very much happy to hear how the outcome of this conference will be one of the best outcome. We are preparing 15th five-year plan and also long-term vision. The outcome of this convention will give us feedback and many information that we will be able to translate this into our policy and our 15th five-year plan. and I am looking for that. Actually, the outcome and recommendation will be very, very helpful for us. We will be happy. So, Om Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. And I hope this will be a successful, very successful program. Thank you very much, and thank you.
नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजले प्रत्येक वर्ष भूविज्ञानको क्षेत्रमा विशिष्ट योगदान पुर्याउनु हुने 2 जना स्वदेशी अथवा विदेशी भूवैज्ञानिकहरूलाई सम्मानित सदस्यता प्रदान गर्ने गरेको छ। सोही अनुरूप यस वर्ष सम्मानित सदस्यमा मनोनित हुनुभएका 2 जना नेपाली भूवैज्ञानिकहरूलाई सम्मान गरिदिनु हुन म सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपतिज्यूलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। Now I humbly request Right Honorable Vice President of Nepal to present Honorary Fellow of Nepal Geological Society Award to Professor Dr. Meghraj Detal. And now I request our President to help Right Honorable Vice President. He is very renowned geoscientist, not only in Nepal, but throughout the world. Similarly, another reputed, renowned geoscientist, Mr. Narendra Bahadur Kayastha, N.B. Kayastha. Geoscientist and Honorary Fellow of Nepal Geological Society. Thank you, Right Honorable Vice President. त्यसैगरी भूविज्ञानका विभिन्न क्षेत्रमा लामो समयसम्म अनवरत रूपमा विशिष्ट योगदान पुर्याउँदै आउनुभएका समाजका अग्रज सदस्यहरूलाई कदम पत्रद्वारा सम्मान गर्ने कार्यक्रममा हामीले यसपालि 5 जना अग्रज सदस्यहरूलाई मनोनयन गरेका थियौं। उहाँहरू विशेष कारणवश हाम्रो सम्पर्कमा आउन सक्नु भएन। उपस्थित हुनुभएका हाम्रा अग्रज सदस्य मिस्टर जागेश्वर झा सरलाई सम्मान पत्रबाट सम्मानित गरिदिनु हुन म सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपतिज्यूलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। An appreciation letter to senior members for their untiring and crucial contributions in the different fields of geological sciences. Similarly, another senior member we have nominated is Mr. Tejman Singh Bhandari. Due to his ill health, he is not available here. So I request Mr. Sanjeev Singh Bhandari, son of Tejman Singh Bhandari, to accept the appreciation letter on behalf of his father. सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति नन्दबहादुर पुनज्यूलाई यस उद्घाटन सभालाई सम्बोधन गरिदिनु हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्छु।
यहाँहरू सबैमा मेरो तर्फबाट नमस्कार भन्न चाहन्छु, स्वीकार्नुहोस्। नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजद्वारा आयोजित 9औं नेपाल जियोलजिकल कङ्ग्रेसको उद्घाटनको अवसरमा नेपाली तथा विभिन्न देशबाट आउनुभएका भूगर्भविदहरूसँग भेटघाट गर्न पाउँदा मलाई अत्यन्तै खुसी लागेको छ। सर्वप्रथम त म आर्थिक समृद्धि र दिगो विकासका लागि भूविज्ञान भन्ने प्रमुख शीर्षकका साथ आयोजित भूगर्भविदहरूको यो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्मेलनको भव्य सफलताको शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। सम्मेलनको अवसरमा विभिन्न देशबाट आउनुभएका भूगर्भविदहरूलाई शान्तिका अग्रदूत गौतम बुद्धको जन्मस्थल तथा सगरमाथाको देशमा स्वागत गर्न पाउँदा हामी अत्यन्तै हर्षित छौँ। हिमाल पहाड तराई मधेस नेपालको भूबनौट हो। अग्ला अग्ला हिमशृङ्खला, उच्च ताल तथा उच्च पहाडी भूगोल र पहाडमा रहेका झरना, नदीनाला, ताल तलैया, उपत्यका र तराई मधेसको समथर भूमि, नदीनाला, घना जङ्गल र नेपालको विभिन्न भूभागका भिन्न विशेषताहरू हुन्। नेपाल भौगोलिक रूपमा सानो छ, तर विविधताको दृष्टिकोणले विश्वमै धनी छ। नेपाल प्राकृतिक स्रोत साधनले सम्पन्न त छ नै र प्राकृतिक रूपमा विश्वकै सुन्दर देशको रूपमा पनि चिनिएको छ। अहिले नेपालको प्राकृतिक सुन्दरतालाई नियाल्न र रमाउन विश्वका विभिन्न पर्यटकहरू, विभिन्न देशबाट पर्यटकहरू आइरहेका छन् र अर्कोतर्फ यहाँको प्राकृतिक स्रोत साधनलाई नेपालको समृद्धिको आधारको रूपमा पनि विकास गर्ने प्रयत्नहरू हामीले गरिरहेका छौँ। विविधतायुक्त भूगोल अथवा भूबनौटबाट प्राकृतिक स्रोत साधनप्रति जे उपलब्ध छ त्यसप्रति हामी गौरव गर्दछौँ, तर यहाँको भूबनौटका कारण आइपर्ने प्राकृतिक प्रकोप विपत्तिसँग भने हामी निरन्तर जुडिराख्नु परिरहेको छ। जटिल भौगोलिक तथा भौगोलिक संरचना, गतिशील भूगोल अथवा भूबनौट र भौगोलिक अवस्थितिका कारण वर्षेनी विभिन्न प्रकारका प्राकृतिक प्रकोपहरूको सामना पनि गरिरहनु परिरहेको छ। यो यथार्थ तपाईँ हाम्रो माझमा छँदैछ। यहाँहरू सबैलाई थाहा नै छ कि हामीले करिब 4 वर्ष अघि विनाशकारी भूकम्पको सामना गर्नु पर्यो। भूकम्पले क्षतिग्रस्त बस्तीहरू, पुरातात्विक सम्पदाहरू, सरकारी संरचनाहरूको पुनर्निर्माणको काम अगाडि बढिरहेको छ र करिब अन्तिम चरणमा पनि पुगिसकेको छ र यसको तथ्याङ्कको आधारमा भन्दा करिब हामी 65% पुनर्निर्माणका कामहरू कम्प्लिट गरिसकेका छौँ। भद्र महिला तथा सज्जनवृन्द, नेपाल समृद्ध नेपाल र सुखी नेपालीको नाराका साथ हामी अगाडि बढिरहेका छौँ र आर्थिक सामाजिक रूपान्तरण सहित हरेक नेपाली जनतालाई खुसी, सुखी र समृद्ध बनाउन समुन्नत र समृद्ध नेपाल निर्माण हाम्रो अहिलेको प्रमुख कार्यभार हो। यो यथार्थलाई सबै नेपालीहरूले महसुस गरिरहेका छौँ। हामीलाई विश्वास छ अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदाय यसमा पूर्ण जानकार छ र सहयोगी पनि छ भन्ने लाग्दछ। हाम्रा अगाडि पक्कै पनि चुनौतीहरू छन्। जटिल भौगोलिक संरचना तथा भूबनौटका कारण विकास निर्माण, सुरक्षित बसोबास, प्राकृतिक स्रोतको समुचित र समायोजित सदुपयोग एवं दिगो विकासका लागि केही चुनौतीहरू अवश्य छन्, तर पनि त्यस्ता चुनौतीहरूलाई एउटा अवसरको रूपमा लिँदै अगाडि बढ्नुको विकल्प तपाईँ हामी कहाँ छैन। राष्ट्रको भरपर्दो एवं दिगो विकासका लागि भूविज्ञान सम्बन्धी ज्ञान र सिपलाई व्यवहारमा उतार्नु आजको अपरिहार्य आवश्यकता भएको छ। विगतमा यस क्षेत्रलाई उपेक्षा गरी निर्माण गरिएका विभिन्न पूर्वाधार तथा संरचनाहरूमा पुग्न गएको क्षतिबाट पनि यसको पुष्टि भइसकेको छ। हामीले पटक पटक बेहोरिएको प्राकृतिक प्रकोपबाट जति पाठ सिक्नु पर्थ्यो त्यति सिक्न सकेनौँ। हामीले ती घटनाहरूलाई बिर्सन सक्दैनौँ। त्यसबाट पाठ सिक्दै संरचनाहरू निर्माण गर्दा उच्च ध्यान पक्कै पनि दिनुपर्दछ। नेपाल जस्तो जटिल भूगोल भूबनौट भएकोले देशमा बन्ने पूर्वाधार अन्तर्गत विशेष गरी सडक निर्माण कार्य विश्वका अन्य मुलुकमा जस्तै आयोजना कार्यान्वयनका विभिन्न चरणहरूमा गरिने इन्जिनियरिङ, भूगर्भविदहरूको प्रत्यक्ष संलग्नता निगरानीमा हुनुपर्दछ भन्ने हामीलाई लाग्दछ। यसो गर्न सके सडकको दिगोपन कायम हुने, वातावरण मैत्री समेत हुने कुरामा हामी विश्वस्त छौँ। त्यसै गरी बाढी पहिरो, हिमताल विस्फोटन, भूकम्प आदि जस्ता प्राकृतिक प्रकोपबाट हुन सक्ने क्षति न्यूनीकरण गर्न बाँध, सुरुङ जस्ता महत्त्वपूर्ण पूर्वाधार निर्माण, जलविद्युत आयोजना निर्माण, सिँचाइ आदि कार्यहरूमा भूगर्भविदहरूको उल्लेखनीय योगदान रहेकोले आगामी दिनहरूमा पनि यहाँहरूबाट देश विकास कार्यमा अझै क्रियाशील भूमिका प्रदान हुने कुरामा म विश्वस्त छु। सार्क राष्ट्रहरू तथा विश्वका विभिन्न विकसित मुलुकहरूसँग तालमेल हुने गरी देशको आवश्यकता अनुसार विद्यालय तहदेखि उच्च शिक्षासम्म पाठ्यक्रममा समेत प्राकृतिक विपद, खनिज सम्पदाको विकास, भूमिगत जल तथा सिँचाइ, सुरुङ निर्माण तथा जलविद्युत विकास एवं दिगो पूर्वाधार निर्माण कार्यमा भूविज्ञानको प्रयोग जस्ता विषयहरू समय अनुकूल हुने गरी समावेश गर्नु पनि आवश्यकता देखिन्छ। यसतर्फ म सरकारको ध्यानाकर्षण गराउन चाहन्छु। हामीले नेपालको समृद्धिको विभिन्न आधारहरूमध्ये खनिज पदार्थलाई पनि लिएका छौँ। विगतको उत्खनन विभिन्न अध्ययनका आधारमा भन्न सक्छौँ नेपाल खनिज र खानीहरूको भण्डार हो। हामीले समृद्धिका लागि यहाँका खनिज पदार्थहरूको उत्खनन गरेर आन्तरिक बजार व्यवस्थापनका साथै विश्व बजारमा पुर्याउनुतिर ध्यान दिनुपर्दछ। खनिज भण्डारहरूको उचित पहिचान, मूल्याङ्कन तथा विकास गरी राष्ट्रको समृद्धिमा उच्च योगदान दिनका लागि भूगर्भविदहरूको उल्लेखनीय योगदान रहने यथार्थलाई नकार्न सकिँदैन। हाम्रो खनिज पदार्थ उत्खननमा भएको ढिलाइ र व्यवस्थाले गर्दा साधन स्रोतमा धनी हुँदाहुँदै पनि हामी विपन्न भएका छौँ। बहुमूल्य धातु तथा पदार्थ उत्खननमा सरकारको योजनाबद्ध प्रयास भएको देखिँदैन। विस्तृत भौगोलिक अध्ययन गरी बहुमूल्य पदार्थ तथा धातुहरूको चाँडोभन्दा चाँडो उत्खनन गर्न जरुरी देखिन्छ। यदि हामी साँच्चीकै जनताको जीवनस्तर बदल्न र समृद्धि हासिल गर्न चाहन्छौँ भने यस क्षेत्रमा योजनाबद्ध प्रयासको खाँचो छ। भनिन्छ नेपाल सुन तथा हिरामुटीमा सुतिरहेको छ। अब हामी सुत्ने होइन, बिउजनु पर्दछ र खनिज पदार्थको सही सदुपयोगमा लाग्नु पर्दछ भन्ने मलाई लाग्दछ। यसतर्फ हामी आफैले भन्ने गरेका छौँ, हरियो वन नेपालको धन, तर काठहरू विदेशहरूबाट आयात गरिरहेका छौँ। वन तथा भू उपयोग सम्बन्धी वैज्ञानिक तथा विस्तृत योजना बनाएर लागू गर्न नसक्दा साधन स्रोतमा धनी हुँदाहुँदै पनि हामीले यस क्षेत्रमा प्रगति गर्न सकिरहेका छैनौँ। त्यस्तै जलस्रोत, जडीबुटी, हिमाल, तालतैया, झरनाहरूमा पनि हामी त्यस्तै धनी छौँ। संसारमा पाइने प्राय सबै प्रकारको हावापानी यहाँ पाइन्छ। संसारमा उत्पादन हुने प्राय सबै प्रकारका चिजहरू यहाँ उत्पादन हुन्छ। त्यस्तै संसारमा पाइने सबै प्रकारका खनिज पदार्थ प्राय यहाँ पाइन्छ। फेरि पनि हामी अझै कमजोर छौँ। अब हामी सबै मिलेर एकताबद्ध भई सम्पन्न र समृद्ध बन्नेतिर लाग्नै पर्दछ। म सबैको विशेष ध्यानाकर्षण गराउन चाहन्छु। विदेशी मित्रहरूलाई पनि सहयोग गर्न आग्रह गर्दछु। यो सम्मेलनबाट नेपालले धेरै लाभ लिने कुरामा म विश्वस्त छु। हाम्रो जस्तो भूबनौट भएको मुलुकले खनिज पदार्थको उत्खनन, विकास, निर्माणका संरचनाहरूको निर्माणमा ध्यान दिनुपर्ने विषयमा विभिन्न मुलुकबाट आउनुभएका विज्ञहरूको विचार हाम्रा लागि उपयोगी हुनेछन् र मलाई विश्वास छ यो सम्मेलनमा प्रस्तुत हुने कार्यपत्र र यसबाट निस्कने निष्कर्षले नेपाल सरकारलाई महत्त्वपूर्ण दस्तावेजको रूपमा सहयोग हुनेछ। यो महत्त्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम आयोजना गर्नुभएकोमा म नेपाल भौगोलिक समाजलाई हृदयदेखि धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। खनिजको उपयोगमा यहाँहरूको विशेष ध्यान जानेछ र योजना हुनेछ भन्ने पनि मलाई विश्वास छ। यो महत्त्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रममा मलाई आमन्त्रण गर्नुभएकोमा आयोजक संस्थालाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। साथै यहाँहरू सबैको उत्तर प्रगतिको कामना पनि गर्न चाहन्छु। हवस् त, धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Now I request President of Nepal Geological Society, Dr. Kaviraj Paudel, to present token of love and to present the recent journals and books published by Nepal Geological Society to the Chief Guest, Right Honorable Vice President of Nepal. Dr. Kaviraj Paudel to present recent journals and books of Nepal Geological Society to the guest on the dais.
It's a matter of pride and great honor to have Right Honorable Vice President of Nepal among with us in this special occasion of inaugural ceremony of 9th Nepal Geological Congress. NGS, Nepal Geological Society, with due respect, would like to extend sincere gratitude to Right Honorable Vice President for generously accepting our request and inaugurating the ceremony. We're highly indebted, encouraged, and further motivated with your gracious presence here in this magnificent gathering. We feel proud to extend our sincere appreciation to Honorable Member Dr. Krishna Prasad Oli, National Planning Commission, Honorable Chairman Mr. Birendra Prasad Yadav, President Chure Tarai Madhesh Conservation Board, Honorable Chief Executive Officer Sushil Gyamali for hosting the conference in collaboration with Nepal Geological Society. We are equally indebted with all the collaborators for their significant contribution to make this event possible. We are thankful to the mayor, he is absent here, from Kathmandu Metropolitan City for their kind support to organize the event. Nepal Geological Society highly acknowledges all the respected contributors of the conference as a keynote speaker, invited speaker, oral and poster presenters from abroad and inside the country. This conference would not have been materialized without your contribution. On behalf of Nepal Geological Society and on my own, please allow me to express sincere thanks for the generous support from several mineral initiatives within the country, government and non-government organizations in different modalities and scale. We highly appreciate student volunteers for their sincerity and hard work to make this event possible to happen. But not the least, may I take this opportunity to acknowledge immeasurable and unparalleled contribution from our respected members of the society in different capacities. Finally, thank you all for setting aside your valuable time to cherish the moment with Nepal Geological Society. Thank you once again.